Hello. Hold on. Hi guys. Hi Jellybean. Hi YZ. Hi Joey. Hi Dominic. Hi Mikey. Hey Bucks of Paint. Hi guys. Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to get new headphones soon, or dig up an old pair that works better. I've been pulling some long hours at. Oh no. What kind of work do you do, YZ? If you wanna mention it. If not, that's okay. I just got the sticker sweats. What is that? Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Just trying to sort out this these B grade stickers just before I get started. I'm really glad that the new printer I got, even if it's annoying on so many levels, I'm able to, not these are old stickers, but I've been able to print some new ones. I can show them to you just after I'm done with sorting these out. Sticker bags and watercolor supplies. You know when you're window shopping and see good stuff. Oh, I'm with you there. Absolutely. Add like colorful pens. Hold on. Add colorful pens in there and I'm not sure I've shown this before, but how do you store your watercolor paints? I have a flat file from IKEA where I put all of my palettes in. Well, not all of them because they don't all fit. I have a bunch that are just like a pile under this table. Nothing very glamorous, I'm sorry. Oh my god, why? Seriously, bitches. Stop sucking so much. Headphones are being a pain in the butt. And since these are B grade, I really don't mind like folding them a bit. Like it's okay. It's not the good stuff. It's the stuff that didn't print well. And I can use these for like oh, if English is gonna be rough today. You know when you pack orders and you need something to stick it closed? Well, I can use these for that. Jeez, that was difficult. Hey, Misha! Also known as my wallet is on fire moments. Right. Okay, let me grab this other box. This is where I keep my my handmade merch. Yeah, there's not a lot of it, but it's gonna grow. I made these like this week. this week, last week, I don't remember. But yeah, using my new printer. And I don't remember why I had bought glossy vinyl sticker paper, but I had. It's great for the colors, but it's sadly not the most waterproof. Well, it's kind of glary or not, but I have a watermelon cat. And then the sweaty cat, which is super fitting for today. And then I also did the pear butt and the silly oranges. All hand cut with a lot of love. I really enjoy hand cutting stickers. But yeah, I'm really glad that my printer can... I mean, it's still very difficult to maneuver. It's sort of a temperamental printer, but not in a good way. But I'm sort of finding a workaround to most of the issues. Sorry, that was loud. Sweaty cat. That's just because Montreal is disgusting. I also have a couple of bookmarks left. I have a couple of old sticker set, like the sweater cats. You'll probably remember these from a previous live stream if you've been here for a while. I have a couple of kitty cats sticker sets. I might have to relist those. I'm not sure these are stocked. And then I have this postcard set. And finally, I made some prints of the pear and the oranges. For fun. So that's it. That's what I do with my Paradigm Quinacridone Magenta box. It's the store merch, whatever merch I have. All right. Sorry. I was considering mulling paints, but not sure it's suited well to live streaming because you end up taking a lot of breaks throughout, waiting for stuff to dry. So I will probably mold some paints, but later today. Alright, just give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, did you get the larger cage for Olga, Mikey? Well, okay, this is not suited. Ah. I hope you guys have water today. Olga gets a little bit of cage aggression when I change her enclosure. Oh no! Hey, April! Hi! Yeah. Who needs headphones when the music from outside is that fun? I got a couple of books about gouache that I can sort of show while I'm also thinking about what to do today. I hope that's in sort of frame. Yeah, that was from outside. So I got this first one is Draw Every Little Thing. It's by Flora Waycott. And oops, sorry. Just felt like it like to me I feel like this book is not necessarily about learning anything new for me personally, but just to sometimes act as a reminder of what I already sort of know and can find inspiration in that. Have you tried the Graham Gush? Yes, I have. I have a palette of them somewhere around here. Is it this one? Oh my gosh, why is everything in the way? Oh, that's not it. Huh. Okay. I know I have one nearby somewhere. I really loved it. I was interested in paletting it because since it's made with honey, I wanted to see if it would keep together better. Hold on. Haha, I found it. Oh, it's so hot today. Bleh. So yeah, I think that's rather good considering that this half has been upside... Oh, squirrels. Has been upside down for a while. Hey, Kitty, hi. Hey, Kevin, hi. Lise. Sorry, hi, Ginger. Hi, guys. Hi, Fairy Dust. I missed a few people, sorry. Hey, Steven, hi. So yeah, this one... Hey, sewing machine. Haha. Also, that there was a cat. Kind of like the cats, but yeah, I just find it like invigorating to look at, just inspiring. And then I got Get Started with Gouache by Emma Block. What I love of this one is that in the beginning You have a couple of exercises to do. I know this might sound silly, but I did the mugs one, which was interesting, and I will probably go through all of the other ones. I'm always on the lookout for ways to, first of all, use gouache because I love it and I have gouache and I don't use it enough. Also ways to make possibly what I draw a bit more trendy, if that makes sense. And also I got this one, but it's in French. It says J'ose la gouache, which is basically I dare to gouache. Sorry, it just sounds so stupid in English. I don't quite know what to expect with this one. It was kind of expensive too. Like, I was expecting it to be a much bigger book, but you know. I learned something from your video yesterday. My new palette is a Holbein one, but mine's black and doesn't have any branding on it. Huh. Is it from the sort of Chelsea sub-branding of Holbein? Sometimes they have like items that are branded Chelsea instead of Holbein, but it's like the same parent company. Hey, Laura! Kitty, 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 kitty. I just returned from Laura's jungles. Many good chases were had. Aww. Oh, is she still struggling with her illnesses? I thought she had sort of recovered from them. She fits right in with this community then. But yeah, I think with gouache, you're better off using it straight from the tube. I wanted to see for myself how M. Graham gouache would fare in a palette, but like, I wouldn't palette like Holbein gouache because it just would crack and end up everywhere, and I'm not really interested in that. Some of it is chronic, but it's basically imperceptible, and with luck it will stay that way our whole life. Oh, I'm so glad. She's such an adorable kitty, and she was really lucky to choose humans that put a lot of time and care into her. I take back the no branding claim. The box says color around. Huh. Yeah, I see people paletting gouache and I slightly cringe. But I know people have more fun doing it that way. Yeah, I do the cringy thing too. Just a personal thing. And also, it's extra cringe when I see people say stuff like, oh, I'll add a couple of drops of glycerin to the gouache, and that's like extra cringe. Please don't do that, guys. My personal issue with glycerin is that it is really useful. Like, this is my binder mix for watercolor. It has a bit of glycerin in it, but that's the thing. It's a whole jar of binder, and it has like a small amount of glycerin, so it's really... Ooh, that's been closed for a while. Just doing the smell test. It still smells like it should be. But yeah, the thing with glycerin is that it will leave this kind of greasy print on your paper if you put too much of it. Like, you will paint, and with time, outside of the area you painted, the glycerin will spread out and create kind of a greasy border. It's really disgusting, I'm sorry. But yeah, so when people say they will add a drop to what is basically a half pan, I'm like, no, that's way too much glycerin. Do not add that much glycerin into a pan, please. She has feline? Oh no, I didn't know she had that, Jellybean. Jellybean, Lise. I didn't know she had the feline COVID. Yeah, Giardia, and Giardia is I think it's the one, or Giardia. Anyway, that's the one that's really like contagious and difficult to get rid of, I think, because you really have to catch it when it's active. Something like that. Oh, yay. My glycerin came in this enormous bottle, and I think I've used maybe an ounce. And yeah, that's the thing. It does not feel nice on your skin either. Like as part of something else, sure. Like most moisturizer will have a bit of glycerin in it, but it's part of a larger formula. On its own is just ugh. Yeah, it will seep. There is one pigment that I tried to work once, and that was really difficult, and I went a bit ham with it, and I sort of trying a bunch of stuff, and I added, I think, a bit too much glycerin, and just to test, because people say it's so good, and the pigment was so difficult. But yeah, when I left, like I had one sample left, and I left it on paper for a while, and it created this sort of halo, greasy halo on the paper, and I was like, ugh. I don't like that. Most liquids are 16 to 20 drops. What do you mean, Ginger? Precisely. Also, feline corona is very normal too. And usually it's overall not dangerous, but in a subset of kitties it can develop into something else. Oh, well, poor Laura. But yeah, Giardia, I hear about it from watching channels like Kitten Academy and the Kitten Lady. No, it was after it dried. Like it was you know how make the coffee bean samples? Well, I had made one coffee bean sample from that specific paint, and since the paint was kind of not great-ish, like it was a difficult paint with a difficult pigment, but I sort of never ended up including the sample with anything, so I left it there on a tray that has a sheet of paper at the bottom. And under the sample, like, there was this greasy halo of, I don't know what, but I suppose that's a glycerin. Hey, Nazarius, hi. So yeah, long story short, be careful of adding stuff to your paint when you palette it. I know it's touted a lot and there's a lot of video testing it out and it looks good, but I feel like you're kind of ruining the paint when you add too much glycerin in it. It's like, it reminds me a bit of vegan trying to make cheese. Like, if you want to use gouache, well, you got to deal with the fact that it's going to crack and be dry and go everywhere. So either you accept that and you use your gouache from the tube, or you work on it regularly enough that it never fully dries to the level of being crackly, or you paint with something else, you know. It's like, you don't expect vegan cheese to be like real cheese. If you want real cheese, go get real cheese. And if you don't like fake cheese but can't eat real cheese, then just go without cheese at all. Does that make sense? Just seeing how far glycerin takes you. Been considering I put 1 to 2 drops into a pan with a black watercolor. Yeah, glycerin a little goes a long way. Hey, Lena! Yeah, if you want to add glycerin to your paints, it would be something like take a toothpick, dip it in a bit of glycerin, and then mix your pan with that. Like, I like fake cheese, but I don't. Like, I would never try to sell it to someone as being like cheese. I would be like, this is just a weird spread made from nuts, or you can add this this thing on top of your pizza, and it will add a lot of taste. But it will never be like cheese exactly. I was making coffee and I just heard the word giardia. Someone has that. I'm so sorry. We think. Oh no. What do you take for? Oh my god, Ginger. What do you take for a giardia as a human? I've never really had to deal with that, but I know it's awful. That's what I gathered from the effects that I see in cats. Giardia in cats. We're talking about both Giardia and Clostridium are way worse for humans. Oh really? I didn't know that. Hi, dude. The medicine for it is the same stuff they give to people with serious alcohol addiction. Whoa, what? A couple of shreds of fake cheese in a burrito works fine. A layer on a pizza you can tell pretty easy. Yeah, I agree. Oddly enough, a lot of the fake cheese kind of do well in... Well, I would say mac and cheese, but you're gonna argue with me that it doesn't taste like cheese. But there are a couple of meals that I will add fake cheese and it's gonna be fine. Like, I don't mind it, but I mean, obviously it is not cheese and doesn't look like cheese and doesn't behave like cheese. It's a side effect and it can make you temporarily allergic and you have no idea how many things have alcohol. Ooh. Oh no. Perfume spray and 10 seconds later it was like you drank Ipecac. Oh, that kind of allergic reaction. My family seemed to think it was normal to be 5'11" and... Whoa, what? Whoa, 110 pounds. No. Just got here and heard what the human take for giardia. Flagyl metronidazole. I think I've seen that metronidazole before. Dude, like 110 is my goal weight and I'm not goal weight, it's my recommended kind of weight range, and I'm 5 feet tall. Not 5'11", 5'0". There is the expensive fake cheese like Miyoko. It is cultured and not make of junk like Daya. Yeah, but Daya is so good. Okay, to be fair, the jalapeno one is really tasty. It's nothing, but it's spicy and greasy and good. And the yellow Daya, the cheddar one, works fine in vegan mac and cheese-ish. But aside from that, we have a new one here that's called Nefsikas. It's from Greece and it's surprisingly tasty and has a very short list of ingredients. So I don't know what magic they worked here for the taste, because let's face it, the texture will never be there, but the taste, ooh. Like the Parmesan tastes and smells just like Parmesan, which is weird. Yeah, I'm small in height, but I'm sort of chunky, so I'm like a square. ish. Okay, not exactly a square, because to be 5 feet wide, that can be good. But you know what I mean. Yeah, Giardia just wrecks your GI system. Is it because you have to take antibiotics for it? Or is it just on its own, it creates a mess? Long time ago, when I first started working pharmacy, I had an elderly alcoholic woman who asked doc for seasickness med for booze cruise. They prescribed metronidazole. To this day I still laugh. Oh no! Kind of mean of me, admittedly, but it was really funny watching the wheels turn and watching her realize what dog did. Oh man. Yeah, so that means that if she drinks alcohol on that cruise, she's gonna be very sick. That's mean. I noticed more variety of plant-based stuff at the regular grocery stores the last year or two. I agree. Various new brands of sort of spreads or cheese, fake sausages, fake meats. The Beyond Burger is actually quite good. I'm sure not even square-ish. I'm more square than I was before. No, I don't think you can really be 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. But yeah, being short means that. How much seasickness is just from bad food served on those holiday cruises? Ugh. There is no sick like it. You think having a few too many is bad. This is like your worst night out, and someone adding those add crunchy electrode thing. Ugh. Oh my god, Ginger. That doctor was like... Since they found out to make fake meat... Ugh, bleh. No. Vegan stuff in regular stores here have come miles in leaps in the past 4 years or so. I agree. Oddly enough, because I don't think vegan has, like, you know, there are trends, and like gluten-free was a trend, and they came out with all sorts of things that are gluten-free, like mustard, and you're like, well, mustard has always been gluten-free. The blood is just beets. Yeah, but beets are gross. I know. Beets. I've only been on one cruise, but it sure was nice getting to use that card to get drinks and things. So my stance on boats is that they creep me out. Like big boats. Like a small boat, like a one-person boat or like a few-person boat, that's fine, no problem. But big cruise boats, they really creep me out. And also when I go like to the harbor and there are like... what's the word I'm looking for? Like merch boats, the one with the big containers on them, it still creep me out. I don't know. I live in Poland and it's rather hard to get the fake cheese here, and I really tried to find Velveeta, I guess, to make mac and cheese that is similar to Kraft brand. Yeah, Velveeta is made with dairy, but it's like what they call American cheese or processed cheese. Beets are not gross when compared to eating meat. Beets taste like a mouthful of dirt. I can't do beets. I'm sorry. Please, that's great. Titanic trauma. I don't know. I don't think so. Because it predates Titanic. What is it that creeps you out? It's just so big, and it's all metal, and it's all like, I don't know. I'm not afraid of it like sinking. That's not exactly the the feeling I get, but there's really something about big boats that I kind of don't want to get on them. Even like, even when it's the ferry sometimes, I'm like, can that stupid ferry get to its destination like now? I just don't like it. It's full of holes and weird vents and railings and stuff. Hey, Otto! Otto, hi! American cheese is real cheese that's been put through a taffy puller-like thing. How do you even do that to cheese? I didn't say it tasted good, just that they are not gross. Okay, okay. I can get behind that. They're super cute. I mean, like beets, they look good, especially when you get to the yellow beets. Those look so nice. Is Velveeta the same stuff as the famous processed cheese slice that I ate a million? I think Velveeta would be a cross between the singles, you know, that yellow cheese, and the Philadelphia cream cheese that you can get in huge bars. I think Velveeta is like a bit more like gross, soft in feeling, and less rubbery as a singles would be. Beets are 50% sugar, 50% dirt. That should be a... If you'll allow me, I'll note that down. That should be a drawing. Perhaps due to the ship size makes you think someone is washing. No, I don't think that's it. I just don't find them reassuring. I feel like I will get lost lost on the boat and just like never find my way back. And I don't know, I just don't find any appeal. Like I don't want to be in a cabin on a boat. I'm fine. I don't want that. Sodium citrate is in processed cheese that gives it its weird texture and one kitty pours sugar into the machine and the other has a wheelbarrow of dirt. The beets come out the other end of the machine. Oh my god. Sweet kitty, dirty kitty. I've always hated pickled eggs and that red beet water, and my old significant other mom used to make sure that. Ugh. Pickled egg and onions. I've never had pickled eggs. Like pickled onions, yes, but the small sweet ones. Like we would eat these with raclette. Those pickled small onions, gherkins. My parents would have beets with them, but ugh, not us. Potatoes, like baked potatoes. Hi, I'm a potato. And then the melted cheese. Pickled eggs are literally the worst thing. They must smell awful. Like, I don't get it. They have to smell like rotten eggs, don't they? Parsnips are delicious. What I want to try though is Scottish eggs. Pickled egg smells exactly like you demand. Ew! Back in the day, rougher bars would have a giant bottle of pickled eggs. Yeah! I saw that! I saw that! I've always been puzzled by the jar of eggs on the tavern bar. And you're like, what? Who goes like beer, like dirty hand in the jar, grabs an egg and eat it? No, thank you. You can get pickled tongue here too. It's just not appealing, really. I'm not roasting anything right now because it's freaking hot. I freaking hate the stupid weather. Oh yes, it's a hard-boiled eggs, I think. Like hard-boiled and then in a jar full of vinegar. As far as I understand. Can you imagine that jar of eggs in a tavern in the summer when it's like a zillion degrees outside and the tavern doesn't have AC? Gross! Oh, it's like having a spittoon somewhere, like, oh, no thank you. Nope, I'm out. Bye! These all sound completely texturally inappropriate. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, hard-boiled eggs are great, but not soaked in vinegar. Like, you can... Oh, anyway. Moot point. Otto is always sort of making me envious and making me want to go to Scotland. Whenever the weather is disgusting here, it's always better over there. Sorry. If it's super cold, it's like really nice weather, and if it's super warm, it's like super cool over there, and I'm like, why do... No. This is supposed to be Canada. This is supposed to be Quebec. God darn it. You can make fake deviled eggs with potatoes and hummus. I'm not too big on hummus personally, but potatoes sounds amazing. I miss potatoes. I bought some potato salad, and like a dumbass, I forgot to read the ingredients, and it's full of things that I don't really enjoy eating, like capers and raw onion. And just like, so I have to dig through the potato salad just to find the potatoes. But I bought actual potatoes, so I will eventually boil them and make my own freaking potato salad. Boiled potatoes that are cooled are delicious. There. Pickled tongue. Yeah, you can find those jars at the grocery store, and it's like a bunch of... I'm just like, oh, who buys that? Blech. Not mixed. A blob of hummus is like the yolk, the potato like the white. Well, it sounds delicious, but it's not exactly like eggs. Where's the mayo? You need the fat in there. Because let's face it, the best part of the deviled eggs is the freaking mayo in there. Because the brain is rigged to be like, ooh, fat, yes, bring it. All potatoes are just... I know! And we haven't been able to get them for months now because The place where we buy food is all about stuff that is made locally and in season. So if it's not potato season and they ran out of stuff from like the fall, that means there are no potatoes to be had. Which is, I mean, in the summer it's kind of fine because I couldn't cook them that much, but... What? 20 degrees? 16 degrees? It's like freaking 25, and with the humidex it's probably like 32 or something. We're getting California smoke. It was so bad yesterday I saw flecks of ash in here. Oh no. That's not good. That's really not good. Yeah, hummus is chickpeas and a bit of tahini. Oh, I have vegan yogurt in the fridge. Must not forget my awesome vegan yogurt. Ah. Yeah, the fattened chickpeas. Not the whole thing. Yeah, but more fat! Oh man, can you put a bit of veggies in there? I remember well over 2 decades ago, I was in a summer school in Greece. Ooh! And we had to escape because the wildfire was right there on our doorstep. Okay, that sucks. I was like, oh, Greece, great. Oh no, fire. That sounds so good, the caper and onion. Oh, I will give you my potato salad if I can. Like, I mean, if you like capers and onions, and all the seasonings are really interesting in there, but as someone who doesn't like raw onions and capers, I'm just like, oh no. I shortchange myself on this. It has a lot of fresh dill in it, so that's tasty. Sesame paste is called tahini. It's sesame butter. It's really liquid. Other than that, it was an amazing time. Like a whole week sailing around the agency. We've been expecting it. It's a bad year for fires. I feel like it's... We keep saying that every year, and it doesn't get any better, which is really worrying. And I'm so sorry, Lindsay. That's really frightening, and it really sucks. That's so stressful. Oh, that just made me realize. I wonder if the bad smog we've been having is whatever smoke makes its way all the way to over here. Island hopping, eating sea urchins straight out of the sea. Sounds like an excellent time for you. Oh, is that the trip where the olive thing happened? Olives. I need to draw more stickers to do. I've been trying to figure out some Halloween themed stickers to draw and print out. No, that was in Spain only about 5 years ago. Oh, okay. Because I mean, you find a lot of olives in Greece too, right? Oh yeah, the heat and the smog. Smog makes for beautiful lighting at the end of the day, but it's not great. Oh, I'm trying to... My brain's poop today. It's too hot. Most dried beans have very little processing, being past being shelled and washed. Yeah. But I mean, I would have sort of thought that perhaps chickpeas are a bit like sunflower seeds. Like there's a shell missing. We have beautiful red skies in the evening. Yeah, we have some really orange lighting in the evening, but yeep. Are you wearing long sleeve? No, I'm wearing just a separate sleeve. It's a really thin material that's usually meant to protect against sun. Like when you bike, you can wear this and the sun doesn't burn you, but I'm wearing it because my arm is really messed up right now and I don't want to gross you guys out, so let's cover the nasty. I really gotta remember to try planting chickpeas just for fun when I get an option to do that. It's crazy in Alberta. I think this might be a full month of smoke and smog because of the BC fire. Oof. Oh no. Do you smell it too, or is it just like the effects, like the lighting that changes, or? What's wrong with your arm? Oh, it's just it's a skin issue I have, and I have to try and not mess up with it too much. But sometimes it gets to a point where it's really itchy, and I sort of scratched it, but scratched it too much, so it made scabs, and that's not cute. So. It doesn't hurt or anything, it's just gross. Well, it's gross. It's not like disgusting, but it's just like not a nice sight. Yeah, my it's not a cone of shame. It's like a it's like a screen from sight. See if I can say that. And oddly enough, like it's something I have on both arms, but this one is a lot less affected generally. Like you can see a few like leftovers from scratching, but this one is really messed up. I mean, it's fine. It's annoying, but it's so far it's not like it's not a very it's not life threatening or it's not problematic. It's just not cute and annoying. It's like when people wear sleeveless shirts, and I'm like, why do you do that? I'm trying to find like products that might help it, but there's always an issue with whatever products I find. So also do you guys remember my super bruise from the vaccine? It's almost gone. It's mostly just yellow now, but it's been there for like a month. Sleeve of shame. It's just warm. Like my neck is sweaty. I'm too fat for this weather. It's probably the heat causing your skin inflammation, resulting in irritated skin. Maybe. But it's not. It's a known skin issue. Like I know what it is, and I know how it happens and what causes it, and I know I'm not supposed to sort of mess up with it, but it's difficult because it gets itchy. And I shouldn't scratch it, but sometimes I will mindlessly scratch it. And be like, oh, boop. I have like cream that's like a chemical peel that's supposed to help, but it has silicone in it, so I feel like it's sort of moot. It's like, oh, let me chemically peel a thin layer of cells, but also clog everything with my silicone. Just like, why? Why? Like, I should wear a long sleeve in the sun too, but it's too hot, so I have a sunbrella. Like, it's an umbrella, but it's meant to be a parasol. I'm ready even when I stay inside. Yeah, high five. Oh man, a cooler mat for feet. That's such a great idea. Hey, Melissa, hi. So yeah, so far the only thing that sort of has been helpful is coconut oil. Like, I had a random tube of raw coconut oil from the Philippines, I think. And I think it sort of helps. But I will have to see. Also, whenever I run out, I'm sort of screwed because they don't ship to Canada anymore. I like shirtless early and then switch to long sleeve shirt. Can I just say one of my pet peeve, and I apologize, but it's seeing like people, well, mostly men because women cannot really do that, but dudes that are shirtless in the summer, like just like it's usually old people because my area is full of retirees and older people, but they will just like be like naked torso with their shorts and their socks and their sandals outside with their leaf blower, and I just want to punch something. Put a freaking shirt on. Come on. Oh no, for real, bucks of paint. What? Bears got too little bigger than a grape and I panicked. Poor guy managed to get poked in the chip. Whoa, can you imagine? How unlucky that you have to be poked. Poke, poke, poke. And if you need US middleman, just say, oh, I might. I would have to wait when things are a bit cooler so it doesn't melt in the way, but Can you imagine if men had bikini tops? Well, they could wear a tank top. I don't know, it's just... And it's just necessarily old man, it's also young, fit dudes that I see like running without a t-shirt on. I'm just like, ah! Maybe it's a byproduct of being raised in a family that's super conscious of skin cancer. So whenever I see people shirtless, like baking in the sun, I'm like, no, no, that's not good. Please do not. In the state of Maine, it is perfectly legal to be fully topless regardless of gender. Really? Whoa. First, there's always a completely red, burnt dude walking around. Okay, but that's hilarious. And also you told me that there is no such culture of leaf blowing. So I could deal with that. That's more funny than anything. It's just that I see so many dudes like that, and it's not like because they have a pool, like, and they were swimming and then they sort of came out and like dried and put some shorts on and whatever. It's like city. Like, you can wear tank tops. That's perfectly... I don't know why it's called like that, but a wife beater? Tell me there's another name for that that is not a wife beater, because that's disgusting. Oh yeah, I think now more than ever sunscreen needs to be worn even away from the beach. Yeah, all the time. Or just in the shade. But you can be sure that all those shirtless dudes are A, not in the shade, B, not wearing sunscreen. They call them vests here. That's already better. Like, you know, the white tank top thingies. Yeah, it's hilarious the first time, but it's every single sunny day. These Scots are not built for that. I'm not even Scottish, but I can't do sun, obviously. Undershirt would work well. Yeah, I can see that. Under vest, ooh. But see, that's a perfectly acceptable garment. Ugh. It's like, I don't want to see anyone in panties or briefs out there. Like, no. You can do that at the pool! God forbid a men care about their skin health, yeah. My father had just sought some wood in the sun. I hate how he criticizes me for wearing sunscreen. Wow, that's silly. As if skin cancer is great, you know? Skin cancer on the boobies. I know sandals would sometimes pick off thongs. Oh yeah, those too. I can't stand those. Those drive me bonkers. Because here my whole stance on stupid flip-flops or thongs for, you know, those. I drew mine like too much like a nice Japanese shoe, but you know what I mean, like the foam thingies. They're so disgusting when worn in a city. Like, first of all, your whole sole becomes black. Either the sole of your foot or on the freaking flip-flop. It becomes black from all the dirt and all the city stuff. And then you go back home and you just walk around with that. Gross. Like, ew. Dude, no. These are like for pool and going out to put the trash out and coming back in. Like, what the I hate it. I hate it so much. I use SPF 50 every day. I just don't go out, and if I have to go out, I use an umbrella. Because like, sunscreen is also difficult to find. Not even own one of these. Yeah, it's... And also another issue with those stupid things, they're made to be extra disposable. Can you imagine the amount of waste products that occurs as a result of people buying and discarding those stupid cheap freaking sandals? Drives me completely crazy. If they were made in like bamboo or something that will compost or decompose or be recyclable, whatever, okay, cool. But the styrofoam and plastic one, bleh. Sunscreen is hard to find that doesn't feel horrible to do stuff that isn't water related. Yeah, they all have the zinc in them. So you're basically like putting a good layer of zinc oxide on yourself. It's like zinc oxide and like some sort of greasy stuff, and it feels awful. And if it doesn't have that, it has silicone in it. That's why I bought the sunbrella, and my sunbrella has cats on it, so. There's also the sort of issue of vitamin D. Like, to be able to process vitamin D naturally-ish, you have to be exposed to sun for like either 10 minutes without sunscreen, but if you have sunscreen, it takes like an hour to process enough vitamin D. So what's the what's the winning deal here? Like, do I go out 10 minutes without sunscreen and run back in, or do I feel greasy for like an hour and then want to die when I come back in because it's gross? So basically, watered down butt paste. Exactly. The thing you put on babies to prevent diaper rash. Like, the way it works as a sunscreen, it's that I think it's like the physical layer of the zinc oxide is what protects your skin. Like, it's not a chemical, it's just it's just like, it would be like wearing a sleeve of zinc oxide. I hate sunscreen, any cream really, so I tend to just cover up. Cream in the summer is gross because most of it never really absorbs in the skin. It's not possible to do that, so it stays on top of the skin, and if you get sweaty for like half a second, you become all like creamy, greasy, gross. And you sweat like a million times more because of that. I hate everything. That's mechanical sunscreen though. Okay. Yeah, there is chemical too, but then there's a lot of issues with like what kind of chemicals are safe and which are not. It doesn't give you that ghostly white sheen. I'm really glad you found one that works, Otto. That's really the most difficult part of using sunscreen. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I take vitamin capsule and gummies and extras. Even if my doctor was like, oh, but you don't have to take the supplement in the summer. You can just go outside. And I sort of looked at him and I was like, I don't do sun. Hey, Cyan, hi. Get new machine up and running. Oh my gosh. You can check out Lab Muffin's channel for that. She's a chemist. Oh. Lab Muffins? That's such a cute name. I agree. Unfortunately, you can't use it, otherwise I'd send it to you. Yeah. I had found one that was more decent. It was sort of a good compromise between okay ingredients and not being like the mechanical cover of zinc oxide. But they don't sort of import it in Canada anymore. And most of the time I buy sunscreen and then I don't, it goes bad. Like I don't go out. When I go out at the end of the day when the sun is really low. And even then I stick to the shade. So like it's not, it's been a while since I've had a sunburn. Let's just say that. The light is evil. Yeah, it is. It's pretty, but I don't want to be in it. My GP told me years ago to start taking vitamin D and basically never stop again. Dude, you can have vitamin D in gummies. How am I supposed to stop like going for that? Is your previous machine completely kaput, Cyan, or it's just like it was due to it's just because you needed a new one because the other one was outdated. I remember we used to use baby oil with iodine in it to get a quick start to it. Oof. Oof. Yikes. Been trying to do the walking adventures. I got a nice solid sun hat. Yeah, that's, dude, you're like me. Like, if you are gonna be under the sun, you kind of have to have a hat. Though hats are so warm. Just hate everything. Ah! Now I check every mall in Beauty Mall. I do the same. Like, I haven't been in the sun that much, and like even as a kid we would always have as much sunscreen as possible on. Like as a kid you eventually wear out your sunscreen and you get sunburned like at least once a summer, but even then, like every time I see like a beauty mark that's a bit odd, I'm like, I need to keep track of you. And then I panic because Like, you can have beauty marks. I apologize, but you can have beauty marks and like your butt crack, and I'm like, how are you supposed to keep up on that? Yeah, they fortify all dairy with vitamin A and D here too, but I can't eat it, so I tried. I think they put some of that in other milk-like beverages, but it's a bit more difficult. Oh no, box of paint, what? Because of the garden, this is the first year that have some kind of color, and Hubs has asked me twice if I was dirty. So I'm good staying pale. I can't even get a tan, and when you get a bit of color, people think you're dirty. That's... I mean, why even try? I'm pale enough that I pretty much glow in the dark. Yep. Yep, yep. Yeah, that's... yeah. This is not like blasted out. This is really like pale. I burn even in winter sun. Oh no, cyan. We need to build up our little vampire crew in here. Oh no, Mikey. Yikes. It was worth it for the fresh sweet peas every few days. Oh yeah. Winter sun can be brutal. Yeah, it's reflected on snow too, so it can be really hardcore. Oh, hello Scoot. Hello Minette. My summertime is the second lightest shade of foundation in the MAC range. You know, when you try to get foundation at the store and they're like, it was a MAC too, that's why I remember, but they're like, oh, okay, so we're gonna have to sell you the lightest shade and a bottle of white so that you can mix them together and get an even lighter shade to work as a foundation. It's like, oh, okay. Scout is just over there. She's on her chair and she's sleeping like a little fur nugget. Trying to think of kind of a not much is happening in this live stream. Ah, your shade is translucent snow. But I mean, it is sort of transparent skin because you can really see all the veins and all the like all the blood vessels super easily. I don't think that's particularly like I wish it would cover it up a bit better because it's not very sightly, but like whenever they have to draw blood, it's very easy to know where to go for. Like it's there. It's there. That's where you go with East Asian cosmetic brands. I'm told there are some high-end Japanese and Korean brands that make really good foundation for light skin in case people are into makeup. Oh, interesting. I'm looking forward to autumn, so I'm trying to think of thematic stuff to do for fall, like stickers, prints, or just paintings. I'm the same way. My veins are really visible in my arms from being so pale. One time when I was sick as a kid, my mother noticed this and thought something, oh no! Fall is all about food and getting all the good comfy stuff out and ready for winter. You spend more time inside. Like, you can go out in the fall a bit, that's fun. But then, when it gets really cold, back in. Autumn leaves, pumpkins. Some typical black cat shenanigans. Oh man, sweaters, yeah. We're heading into my favorite time of year, late summer over autumn, over winter to spring. And then it's summer again. It is my least favorite too. Like, winter gets annoying because it lasts forever here in Canada, but like I feel like I kind of deal better with the cold than I do with the really hot. But yeah, end of summer and fall, that's the best time of the year in my opinion too. Spring over here is just depressing. Everything is just mud and it smells like poop all the time. My hooded onesie is my favorite onesie. I'll be pleased to bust out again. Those are stretchy. You should be okay. Honestly, I'd love a more wintry season. My part of Texas gets barely any snow. Granted, we got a taste of snow and it was too cold for us to handle apparently. Versus the kitchen being told. Yeah. Well, that's the issue. Like, same with here and the intense heat. Is that technically everything here is built to deal with very cold weather, not very hot weather. So nothing comes with ACs, nothing comes with like the kind of windows or insulation or covers or whatever you have in places that are used to being hot. Whereas when it gets cold, well, every place has heating. So we heat it up and that saves us from all the issues you had in Texas. But you sort of have it the other way around. Like, I'm pretty sure everything over there is ready to deal with extreme heat, but obviously not extreme cold. Yeah, this past winter was pushing some sea limits. Oh no. Oh. Well, that's okay. You just buy a bigger one and you get comfy in it, and I mean, the dieting will come when you can do it. Like, if things have been shit, things have been shit. You deal with it like you can, and one thing at a time. That's what I do tell myself. Or I try to convince myself when I feel like really out of it. I'm like, calm down. Yeah, it seems dumb when people complain about how ill-prepared we were for the cold. We were not going to be prepared for extremes like it was. Yeah, same here. I mean, when it gets to like 40 degrees Celsius, perhaps that's a number that you see a lot in Texas over the summer, but our issue here is that nothing has AC. So you get people in high-rise buildings that don't have AC, and it gets super hot, and it makes them sick. Like, it's another issue. I find it stupid also to complain. Like, it was terrifying to see the situation in Texas. And it's like whenever places close down because there is a centimeter of snow on the ground, and over here we kind of laugh a bit, not because we don't understand, just because it's a bit funny for us, because like, everything here is made so that when there's a bit of snow on the ground, either everyone has winter tires and they can roll over it no problem, or we have a whole system of snow plowers that will get into action and will sort it out, you know. But in places when there is like none of that, a centimeter of snow is a danger. I love it when it snows here for the first 3 days, then I'm begging it to go away. It never gets really thick though. Like, you don't get a foot of snow. I should draw one of those really funky squashes. Well, funky, it's a butternut squash. Ooh! Ooh! Funky! Our buildings are built to keep as much heat as possible, so we can't handle heat. Yeah. Yeah. Other places have whole cities that don't own a single snowplow. That is a problem. Honestly, the cold is the best to have with no power, in my opinion. Better than the summer with no AC. Although I feel for the elderly who died because of it being too cold. It's the same issue, I feel like. The elderly is more vulnerable to those, the too hot or the too cold. And though I feel like the cold is more of a problem because it will freeze pipes over and make a whole mess of things. Whereas when it's too hot, it doesn't mess up with the piping of water and the plum, what's the word? Plomberie en français. The plumbing? Yeah, that's the word I was trying to figure out. No, thankfully 3 days is usually how many snow days we get here. Yeah. I know, I have to go to Scotland. We get train lines closing over a leaf on the track, and I've never understood the point of lining the track with trees if a leaf can shut it down. Okay, hold on. There was a place where I worked at. Okay, let's do a map. I don't know if you guys can see much. Oh yeah, okay. So let's assume this is the building where I worked. Let's draw a cat. Okay, so I work there. Over here you had sort of a dead end. Then here you had a Jewish school. And if you sort of kept going, there was a fence and you had railroad tracks over here. And since it was in a hole with nothing to do, me and my friend who worked there too, we would often go walk on our lunch period. We would head out. We would eat like super fast and head out and go walk along the train tracks. Because it was sort of the only place where you could walk that was not like freaking ugly streets. They didn't like that. Like if the security saw us, they would tell us to, oh, don't walk around the train tracks, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, we saw a lot of things that did not stop a train. And quite a few of them were split in half, if you get my meaning. So I don't know why they would stop it for a leaf. Oh yeah, the Texas nightmare was just that. Also, Texan people can be blamed their utility grid opted to not be maintained or weatherproofed. Yeah, whose fault is that? Not the people. Edgy veggies? Oh, that's so funny. Veggies. That's not how you write that. Oh no, that's with 2 G's. How the hell can you tell a person who lives in the desert that it's their fault they don't own a space heater? Same nuts. I feel like the more Eve draws thick pears, the closer she gets to drawing eggplants aubergine. There, I will draw in. Though eggplants have this really funny top. I miss eggplant parmigiano. Parmesan, whatever. Basically, you slice it, you bread it, you fry it, you layer it a bit like a lasagna, you put a bunch of cheese on it, and you broil it. That was a word that was not in my head right now. One thing that has really helped me accept my much larger size is that, damn, this is the body that's all over the walls in famous art galleries. No skinny girls on the Louvre. That's a very fair point. My main issue with it is just that I would rather be able to fit back into my clothes than have to buy new ones. Bleh. I find it hilarious that our train line melts at 30°C heat. I mean, that's not that hot. What's it made of? Like cheap rubber? What's the... Like, don't they make friction in things that surely get slightly warm? The trains are delayed because of leaves on the track every year. Actually, that's what... I mean, they say it like that. They don't even try to cover it up a bit by saying like, oh, there is an interruption in the service because of a foreign object on the tracks. That's what they do here. They will interrupt the subway service because of foreign objects on the tracks. So we always go like, oh, someone dropped their newspaper on the tracks or something. Yeah, I think the issue about old people being more susceptible to differences in temperature is that they don't feel it. As sometimes they can't tell that it's really, really hot. And they still wear like long sleeves and pants. And they dehydrate and they forget to drink. And the other way around too, with being in hypothermia in the cold. That's what I had heard. Like their perception of how their body feels in terms of the temperature is not as acute as it used to be. Leaves on tracks when they get wet and start decomposing, it basically make for slippery stuff. That is so slippery though. It's like that on the sidewalks too, and I'm like, dang! I'm gonna need like nails in those shoes or something. Makes brakes not work as well. Yeah, but you would think. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. But yeah, I've seen like the trains cut through a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I guess it's not the same as having a whole track covered in slippery sludge. Leaves on the tracks is the literal phrasing, yes, it's become a stereotype at this point. That's kind of funny though. Over here they try to like cover it up a bit by going, oh, it's foreign objects. And like the issue with that is that it's the subway track, so there's electricity running through them. You can't just go down there and be like, grab and go. Bread. Soapy sidewalks are no fun. Seriously. How do you even draw a pretzel? What am I doing? I kinda did it wrong, did I? No. Yes, no, yes, yes I did. Yeah, that makes more sense. I've been on a commuter rail that derailed. That was actually snow branches combo. Oof. But leaf sludge means trains must go slow to account for worse braking ability. Huh. You all have to know that salt gritter vehicles in Scotland all have punny names and you can track them. Yes, yes! I remember that from last year. It's so good. They have such amazing names too. I wish we had that too here. Like Quebec is small enough. We could have like named snowplows and salt critters. That would be cool. One could be called poutine. Another one cheese curds. Another one maple syrup. Do you guys associate apples with the fall season? Fortunately, no salt critters are live online in the summer. Oh. showed one of my friend a pics of Lewis, and he said Lewis has T-Rex front leg. Okay, another question for you guys. Do many of you use planners and journals and that kind of stuff? And if you do you like to decorate them? And if you do like to decorate them, what kind of stuff do you enjoy to decorate inside your planner? Apple, pumpkins, different kinds, shapes, colors of squash. Corn on the cob for me too. But apple is a really good fall, like, staple. I can't wait for the new apple season. Fresh apple. Yes, no, nothing. Yeah, I knew that about you. Hold on, let me up. Stickers and washi tape. Dang, I wish I could create washi tape. Would love to design one, but I have no idea where to get it printed. A friend of mine used the filter with big time plastic surgery, and now when I see her every day, I can't unsee the plastic surgery filter and the not much of a decorator, but I got a planner since I'm starting college. Ooh! Yeah, and I got some cute bird and floral stickers for it. I just use store-bought as decoration, tend to take over the utility of my journal. Interesting. I know you know, that's why I knew I can keep it short. I'm trying to use my planner more, but I'm just awful at it. Tabs. Page marker. Oops. I use a planner, but I don't decorate it, only doodle in it. I used to have one that was a coloring book planner. Ooh, interesting. Some people use newspaper shellac base. Wow, that's elaborate. But when I used to decorate it, rubber stamp, sticker, washi tape, cube, flag post-its, pen. That must have been really cute. Cute, yes, functional, nope. Yeah, that's kind of the issue I sort of run into with my planners. I really like to decorate them, but then I feel super anxious because I'm terrible at keeping up with them. And then it's already like a source of anxiety that I end up stuck in sketchbooks. Because yeah, I go through sketchbooks. That's a thing that happens. And when I'm done with them, I don't necessarily get rid of them. And I was like, okay, I can sort of see a value in keeping sketchbooks. but I was really struggling to see value in keeping planners, and it made me extra anxious about keeping them, because like if I put all the pretty stuff in them, I'm gonna want to keep it, but it's gonna just take up space and cue mental spiral. Oh really, that's interesting, Cyan. I noticed that when I decorate, I'm more going to use it, since I don't want it to go to waste. That's interesting. It's like the reverse idea. Also hate how tapes and stickers made the pages uneven and harder to write on. Yeah, and it makes the planner really fat, really thick. Yeah, I kind of had the same issue, which is why I was using a lot of stamps in mine. But then I hated that the ink would go through, so I had to find colors of ink that would not go through. And eventually I drop out and stop using my planner. So there's like a chunk of it that's not used, and then I pick it up again a bit, and then I stop again. And it's just like, overall, I think it would be easier for me just to rip out the pages where I decorated and want to keep like the stickers and whatnot, and toss away the rest, because, and yeah, and then I get all stressed out about it. Which is kind of why I like to decorate my sketchbooks instead. But yeah, that's the thing. Since the paper I have for stickers right now is not waterproof, I'm trying to think of uses that will not be necessarily on the cover of something, where there's a higher risk of dropping water on it. So I'm trying to think of what kind of use I can find for inside the planner. I like corner decorations or using slim washi tape to divide my page, but standard washi width is too wide. Yeah, it's thick. It's super interesting how everyone uses their planner. I think if you use planners frequently, it would be nice to keep to reminisce. It depends on what you use it for. If you use it as a sort of memory journal, yeah, but if you use it as a really just as a bunch of lists, or as like planning for stuff, once you're done with the thing, do you really need to keep all the work? That's just a question. Probably need to switch my Peugeot songs, as my current one is. What's your current one? I mean, for you to have a planner with horrible paper, considering your love of fountain pens, that's just torture. Oh my god, Paradise, I know what you mean. You get like a book that has a really thick corner. That's just worse. Work journal, book of lists journal, daily writing, drawing prompts journal, all active. But totally fail if I try to combine them. Oh, that's interesting. Now I am reminded of the video you did of the drawings of tuna face going to the vet. Yeah. See, that I can sort of make more sense of keeping those, because I do those in my sketchbooks, and I feel like they add value to my sketchbooks. The issue with that is that they're not all in the same place. So if you're looking for a specific like journaling of a moment, you have to remember in which sketchbook it is, which is not necessarily like always easy. I'm pretty sure I remember where the tuna face vet visit is, though. Oh, that's a good idea, Otto. Yeah, I think I would keep that one too. Like, that's something that's one part practical and one part memory. It is notebook therapy one. It can't take fountain pen at all, and I'm forced to write with ballpoints. Oh no! I guess it depends on the person in the planner. I'm a total hoarder though. It's a poor people's. Really? Care to elaborate on that? I'm interested in why you feel like hoarding is a poor people's habit. Worse than that, it was a horizontal week on 2-page. So I had bumps going down the entire length. Oh no. I drank too much water, so give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Allô, Pico. Salut, mon raton. Salut, bébé. I am back. I also keep old ones. There is some handy dates, like when I last time did something. Yeah, that's if you're able to track that back, that's really practical. I had to talk to Pico. Did you guys hear meowing? I think more people feel like we have to use and keep everything. There's the maybe I can keep that and use it for later, but it's just a glass jar that you'll get more of. Yeah, okay, I see that. Yeah. I don't seem to have any cat visitors right now. Linus doesn't live with me. Yeah, I said something to Peko. I saw her. She's a teeny tiny sleepy donut. And I had to give her a bit of love because she's adorable. Oh, have a good lunch, Jellybean. Yeah, we rescued Linus, but he lives with my friend now. So I still get a lot of pictures, but I can't really interact with him as much. I had to get up and walk around, so now I'm extra sweaty. Stupid weather. Linus doesn't live with me, sadly. Yeah, I know. We often come back to them because we get many cat visitors, and we always joke that we would like to steal them. It's a joke, but the only one we could have actually stolen because he didn't really belong to anyone was Linus. He really wanted in. He was like, "Help me! Meow, I'm cute!" And we're like, "Oh, you're way too cute." But my cats hate other cats. Pico hates all the cats. She doesn't like Scout, she doesn't like the cats outdoors, she hates all the other cats. Scout is a bit more tolerant, but even then, like, it would have been really difficult to introduce a new cat, so I had to take him to the vet, and it was all in all a weird sort of exchange period, but it turned out that my friends adopted Linus. So I technically say that I'm his aunt. Like, is my cat nephew. Louis is in the couch for pets. Oh, hi Louis. The thing is that we have a gerbil like that. Yeah, and the thing is Linus is so photogenic. He photographs really well. Whereas whenever I try to take photos of my cats, they always look stupid. I apologize, cats. I love you, but dang. So yeah, so my friend takes good photo, and Linus is like always posing for the camera. So that's why I have Linus features. Because if I tried to do my own cat's features, it would be difficult to find photos that look good enough. Pico doesn't like Scout, no. She sometimes will sort of tolerate her, but more often than not, she just doesn't care. They don't often tolerate to be next to each other. And it's always Pico that goes, bye. Not interested. Imagine an alternate universe where Hev is an international fugitive captive. Oh, I mean, I couldn't do that to people. Like, can you imagine? But yeah, we get a lot of traffic. We're on the street corner. And there's quite a few neighborhood cats, so they often do their rounds and they go by the sort of front yard. And I'm floor level. Like, I'm flush, my windows are flush with the ground, so there's always cats in the windows. One of them will meow extensively to grab our attention, so we give him treats. The other one, Chablis, Charlie Chaz, he's adorable. He only meows when there are birds around, and he meows really loud. But he's just adorable, and he likes to get treats too, but he's so cute. I'm always like, you're too cute, I'm gonna give you more food. He's also really skinny. So I'm like, get fatter! You're too skinny! No, they look adorable too. Still remember the fruit hats. Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, this place has no natural light. And like, Scout has all of her allergy issues. Like, she's always scabby some way. Have a good night, Cyan. And hi, Yuri. Hi. Did you see that Fran's cat actually hated each other? Yeah! Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh, relatable. Our neighbor that asked us to check in on their dogs a few times has now dropped a note for all but 3 days. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, Ev would be that grandma trying to plump up her grandkids. Only if they look like too thin. The thing is with Charlie Chaz Chablis, with that cat, is that you pet him, and when you get to the pelvis, all you feel is like the bones. He's not like underfed, but he's really, really thin, and he's always outside, so he's always running around and doing active stuff. So I don't feel bad at all giving him treats, because I'm like, he needs that energy. And as long as he remains to be that slim, I mean, that's basically saying that he uses up all that energy, so that's fine. But yeah, Linus was something else. I haven't seen him in forever because of COVID. I miss him. He has 2 big brothers now. So basically, Box of Paint, what you're saying is that you're gonna be taking care of the neighbor's pets for the whole month, basically. And you like to go there especially for the cat? Is it the cat that looks just like bear. Linus is a fan favorite for a reason. He's too ham and too precious. I know. His favorite pose is to, like, this is a top view, like you're standing up and you're looking at the floor. This is the wall. And you know how walls have this trim at the bottom, like the decorative trim? And this is the floor. And his favorite pose is to be on the floor, but next to the wall. So you have his head here, his big round face, and his paws. And he basically just like chills out like that. And that's the raccoon tail. That's his favorite paws. And sometimes it's like half twisted. So instead of having the paws here, you will have the sort of the froggy legs like that. And he will sort of be twisted and have his head sort of here and his paws like against the wall. Same thing, the wall is here. And like, what? I've already done it for a month, but the cat kills me. What do you mean? It isn't, I'm sure he only has bottom teeth now. Oh no, baby! Oh no! I didn't know I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher that, but Hefke has had scratches? Oh no. Maybe the molding is chilled enough to cling on to. Maybe. Or maybe he's just a weirdo and he likes to, to chill around like that. Ah, yes, wind. Come here, wind. I miss you. My first cat used to do that, but on the door instead of the wall. That's funny, right? Like you walk around in your place and you look and there's a little creature on the floor doing that and you're like, what is going on in your mind right now? The cat is just the sweetest little guy. He chats with me when oh, help, help. What a sweet little guy. Oh, I forgot the tail. It's really important to have the tail because, I mean, Linus has an A+ raccoon tail game. Hey, good luck, Lindsay. I hope you managed to get a bit of sleep. Yeah, Afke got a few small wounds. They were not deep, barely scratches. One of which was on a nose cut. Ooh. Oh no. But how did she scratch herself? Wait, what are you talking about, Otto and Buxa Paint? What am I missing? Have a good weekend, Lindsay. I hope you feel better soon. And good luck with the fire too. I feel so bad for an animal that has wounds and deflects. Oh, I know. It's like, can you not? I know it's nature, but it's gross also. And like especially when you sit on a really small creature like a kitten. Like, dude, it's tiny and it's already struggling just to be there. I mean, ugh. Nightmares are awful. Ugh. Not a big fan. My skirting board has 2 of my brushes under it, and it's on the wall with the big furniture. What is skirting board? Ugh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the molding, right? The thing Linus likes to lay down next to. We call that moulure in French. What does skirting board mean in British? What? Oh, baseboard in English. Okay. Well, in American English. People always make a big deal of skirting board or baseboard or moulure, but I'm always bothered because I'm like, well, you can't put your furniture flush to the wall because of it. Maybe that's the point, but I'm always like flustered about it. Like, you have libraries, and even if it's the IKEA libraries that have, let's say this is the side of the library. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. You know, like the Billy IKEA thingy. But anyway, like on the side, you can see that it has sort of an indent to make room for a baseboard. But it doesn't match the height of our baseboard here, so it's sort of pointless. They love it here for some reason and have it in every room of the house, including the closet and around the bathtub. Around the bathtub? But won't it get wet? It didn't seem like she got in an argument with another horse. She's very conflict avoiding. Also, the wounds are very superficial. They just took longer to heal because they kept putting ointment on it because of the flies. Oh. So do you think she'd like scratch herself just moving around or on a branch or something, like something really basic? A bookcase. Thank you so much, Fairy Dust. Dang, my brain is not in it today. Did your brushes end up stuck under the baseboard because of the cats? That would not surprise me. Yeah, this place here has baseboard, but really summarily. I've got to go lay down. I can feel a nice drain in my heart. Oh no, Otto! I hope you feel better soon. I think it's gonna be a short live stream today, either way, because it's really hot. And I could do with not being in the big lights right now. Also, it's not like I'm being super efficient and constructive today. It's too hot. The one around the bathroom isn't even painted. They just put up a board under the chair rail. Which also makes no sense in a bathroom. Our bathroom is all tile except the ceiling, so you don't really put baseboard on the tiles. I guess so. I have no idea what else. Yeah, shit happens. Horses may look majestic, but they're also clumsy. Yeah. I hope you feel better soon, Otto. Stupid eye strain. Stupid buddies! But yeah, unless you guys have any more questions, I think I will end this here today. And sort of go lay on the tiling to chill. To cool down. Oh, that's a good idea. Put a spoon in the freezer and use it around your eyelid. That's a lovely idea. Amen to the stupid bodies. I know, right? So as always, guys, thank you so much for being here today and hanging out, even when the streams are a bit empty like today. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. I mean, I enjoy it, but if you come here for some super awesome content, then that might not always be the case. I sent you some snack and think you might have some pools of Oh no. Did you send it to the PO box? I guess so. Oh, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll make sure to put it in the fridge before I open it. Thank you so much, by the way. Yay. Yeah, we'll do a longer stream when the weather is a bit nicer. It's like a chill Caturday stream. I did this said a couple of weeks. Okay. I'll always check it like weekly at least, but I'll keep an extra eye out for that. Like make a point to visit the box more often. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I love all of you. You're all great and awesome, and I really appreciate that you decided to hang out today with us. With me, with the rest of you. And I really hope the weather gets nicer here. And if you're in the same situation as I am, I hope you get nicer weather too. And if you have good weather, please enjoy it for us who don't. All right. Have a great weekend, guys, and take care. And also make sure to check out the Discord if you are not already on the Discord, because that's a really fun place to keep chatting and conversing and having fun, and we all enjoy it. So thank you guys. Take good care of you, and see you all next time. Bye bye.